I can use blocking basic shape techniques even when drawing figures and people. So if I look at, let's start with the head. The top of the head is in B5. The bottom of the chin is in D5. So B5 and D5. Top of the head is right here. Chin is in D5, right, it's just above the midway point. So it's right about here. Now let's look at the width. Because there's no line of symmetry on this one. Since the head is turned, my line of symmetry is going to be a curve, similar to the line of the webbing on his face. So if I go for the width now, like middle of B4, right here, middle of B4 is the widest part of the left side of his head, and the widest here is in B5 and C5, so right about here. So that's the widest part of the head. Now what I want to do is I want to go from the middle. So I'm going to follow this web line right from the middle of B4 and 5, middle of B4 and 5 here, and I'm going to curve it right down to the middle of the chin. Now I'm going to look for basic shapes. Basic shape on the head, circle, and then of course the edge of the face comes this way, and then the jaw kind of comes in here in C4 and down. Now I can just look at things like the shoulders. If there's a circle here in the shoulder, so D3 and 4 right here, I can see I've got the shoulder there, and then the line of the body goes back. All right, the angle to the other shoulder, if I drew a straight line, goes back, so his other shoulder is kind of behind his eye over here. And then I'm going to look at the center line coming from the neck down along the body. So along the neck, center line of the body is going to go from D5 down to F6. So right in here there's a center line for his body, comes down this way. Now I want to look at the arms. So if I have this elbow back here, the top of his elbow is in A4 right there, and the angle, the center line of the shoulder to the elbow goes right through that corner, and then the center line for this arm goes up into B3. So up into B3 and is right there. Now the center line comes down on the elbow to the wrist, right into C3 and 2. So right down into C2 and C3, and then there's the shape of the hand. And I'm just blocking the basic shape of the hand. The other hand is hidden in here, but the elbow now goes down behind there. That's this line going down. You can see it hits right around the wrist. Now I want to look at the back edge of the body in D3, behind the shoulder. It's right here, meets into D4, and then there's another curve for the shape of his muscles on his back. They go right down into there, and then into F5, and his foot there is an F4, and the foot goes on an angle like that. The ball of the foot, or the heel of the foot, is kind of a circle shape going this way. And now all I have to do is just do what I'm suggesting, flip it over, and then start tightening it up. Looking at the shapes now from the center of the arms, I come from the back of the head here, and there's his bicep muscle. Up here it goes from the head in this box to there, and then up to the elbow, the point of the elbow. All right, so start it off first using the blocking techniques so you get accurate size and scale, and then turn it upside down and draw in the rest of the details more accurately.